Hello guys, and welcome back to the 10th part tutorial of how to make the island, create the island, model the island, I don't know. So we're gonna continue with this EP curve now, and we're gonna take the EP curve again, sorry, this one, and because we want to connect this new curve into this one here, so you need first to hold down C key. Okay, this is the tail here. So you hold down the C key. You can see it whenever I'm tapping on the C key, it just highlights the magnet here. Now those are different snap features. So right now the C is this one, and you hold it down, pressed, click left mouse click on top of your curve, and then you can I'm just clicking and holding the click the left mouse button, and I'm sliding this basically while I'm moving this. It's just follow this curve line. So I want to be make sure that it's connected the tail here, and release the C and the left click mouse button, and then you can simply continue this. Now I am going to continue using the perspective view. I will turn back to, I don't know, top view maybe. Yeah, top view will be better. And because whenever you use top view, um, the hippie curve won't change levels. So if it's in that level right now, it will continue at the same level where it is, the same height. So I'm clicking here, 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 and I'm going through part of that pin there. So I want this to go through it that way from the side. Now, as I told you, they are not wrapped around, or maybe I didn't, but they are not wrapped around this. They are just, there is something that just hold this tight to this pins. So from here, I would like to continue and go over my next bow, which is here. Okay, so let's do this. Now, you can create one line that goes through there, but it could be make some trouble. So I will try this and see how it comes. Okay, how it goes. Click here once and then two, and you can see right now the line stretched over there. I don't want this to happen, so I'm gonna undo one step, and let's say that I'm gonna press enter just to see what happened here. So you can see what's going on. For some reason, whenever I clicked here, it stretched there for some reason. Okay. Now, of course, you can go and fix this, but this will be a problem, and it happened to me earlier before. So what I suggest is that you will carefully, don't try and do that. Don't try and do that that way. You can go and just do it just as you did with the entire cable, this part of the wire. So C again, click here, make sure it's attached to the end, release left mouse click, release the C, and then switch back to the top view, and we will do it by steps like so. Click here, 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 here. You can zoom in a little bit more to make sure that everything is as it should, like so. Just passing through it, and I will try and see where should I go from here, because this is a very huge scene right now. So bring it here. I don't know, I will have to uh, guess my way there. So let's click 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the way, we can always do this later on by, just tweaking this so it will look better. So it doesn't really need to be accurate. Just try to match this. Like, Yeah, like so. Here you go. I can see a little bit better that way. I know that for some of you this will be very, very annoying at first. But I already explained how this process is uh, working in other tutorials of mine. So those of you who already experienced how to work with EP curves or CV curves, by now you should know you know, how to work it out. So I'm going here and what I will do here is I will do something such as that. Okay. Um, Press enter. Now the line is perfectly done that way. Okay. So even if you think that this is not like best alignment, you can always grab them in some ways there and squeeze them a little bit and then move them towards there. But really I ain't gonna do this right now. I will deal with those maybe manually, just bring them you know, so it won't look like it's loose there. It's like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we need to grab this one and that one, and we need to go over curves and choose attach, 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 attach. No, no rebuild. Please, where is the attach? Here it is. Okay, just simply click attached. Okay, this will create a new curve out of those two, and you can see here where were those two. You can see them, so you can grab them and press delete. It will delete the unnecessary curves. So now you will have one full curve. And of course you can see the problem, right? So I will grab all those and I will try to find exactly where it should start to go. So let's say this is where I need this to be more of like this and bring this up. And if it's not, I will try to rotate it a little bit more, bring it into this position. I can still somehow rotate this, try to do my best to make sure it looks correct, at least that way. Um, my scale tool is not resetted. I'm gonna reset it to so the orientation will be object, and I will squeeze those as I did earlier, and then I will use the rotation tool to bring it back to position. So that way I know that they won't look like, you know, they will be somewhat aligned to each other. Let's examine this. All right, and we will need to bring those down, of course. So let's bring those down. And now when I'm thinking of this, maybe all of them should be a little bit down. Yeah, sort of. Let's grab these. Switch to rotation. Just rotate it a little bit and bring this down. Make sure that there the tail will be matched to there. So you need to do very slight moves with the rotation tool, not harsh ones, and hope for the best. Yeah, that's fine. That looks good that way. And here we have sort of problem. So let's find this. This one is here. I'm gonna bring it here. This one here. And of course, I don't have any ohm aus or something source, uh, you know, to uh, pull electricity from this. So right now, I will keep it that way, just for the sake of this tutorial, so you will be able to know how to do this. Anyway, the next step is basically to take our cord here, this thing, and to extrude it following along this path. Okay, so we need to make sure, double check yourself, like if everything is correctly, sitting correctly as we want it to be. And if it does, we will try and do the first attempt of extruding it. Now, I'm going to take this shape, right click, choose vertices. I'm going to grab this vertex here, shift right click, choose chamfer vertex. This will cause this vertex to turn into face with multiple, vertices. Now, I'm going to grab this and those, just so I can bring this back. Okay, so now you see what I'm doing. This is really in the center there. Okay, so I brought it a little bit backwards, and there is one thing that I want you to see. Right click, choose control vertices. Right now, here I have this, well, let me do this in wireframe mode. It will be easier for you to see this. Right click, choose control vertices. You see here I have a U letter, and here I have an empty square. Okay, but all the rest are purple dots or pink dots. I don't know what color it is. I'm really not sure. So with that, this is the start point and this is the end point. Okay, and what you want to do with it, you want to make sure that these two guys are actually here at the origin of where this cable starts to extrude itself. Okay, now if for some reason these empty square and U are there at your other pole, so just check it. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. Back, and yeah, I know you didn't really felt that, but I had to open the door. Someone was asking something. Anyway, so if this two guys, the U and this empty square, are here, so this will be a problem because you're trying to extrude that piece from here following this line, and when it will get to that line here, the last dot here, it will simply loop connect backwards to over here. So this will cause a problem. In order to fix this and make sure that these two guys are actually where they should be, which is here, you need to grab your curve, go over curves, and there is reverse direction. Just click it and it will reverse those. Okay, and then one thing which is really important before we extrude, well, there are too many things that are important before we extrude, but I'm gonna explain each. Okay, so because right now, as you can see, well, it's hard for me with this. The empty square is here, which this is the end, but the face that we are going to extrude is here. So I need the U, which is the start point, to be there. But right now, I can't really bypass this dot, which is here. I need to grab both of them and move them following there. Okay, so this U will be out of the shape that I'm going to extrude. Okay, so I'm going to arrange those first in a proper way. Okay, like so. Don't clip them into each other. Always make sure that they are ordered correctly. Don't mess up with the order. And now, well, I'm going to bring this one here and pick the U outside. It can be even there, but as long as it's here and not back there. Otherwise, this extrusion will go backwards and then forward. So this is why it's important to put the U out of the shape that you are going to extrude. So this is how it should look like. See? the U is outside of this face that is going to be extruded. Now, one more thing before we're going to do this. This is pretty much of a process of try and error. And the reason for this is because not always your wire, your EP curve will be at the position that would to make this wire look like it's really sitting where you want it to sit or be placed. So you will need to tweak things. And the thing is that whenever you create the extrusion will go following this line, and then you can simply grab the the curve while the extrusion already applied, and you can play with the vertices in order to lay out this cable better than what it is. So let's try this. We're gonna grab this wire, this curve, and if you open the attribute editor, sorry, um, you will see you have spans here, this tab here. It says 147 spans and 3 degree. Doesn't really matter, we are interested in this value. So that means that you need to extrude that face 147 times along this curve because we have 147 um, dots on it, vertices. Now, there are two options. If you're using a very long one, which is above 100 spans, then you will need to use less extrusion, and because you are limited to 100 extrusions. So I'm going to show you. I'm grabbing this, right click on top of my chord here, choose face, grab this face here. Okay, I had a problem. I pre-selected that. So I'm going to select this, right click on that face, and now the face is selected. And if you go over edit mesh, no, yeah, edit mesh, and extrude options, you'll need to type in here 147 according to how many you have. But again, you're limited to only 100. So type in 100 and click apply and close this. So first of all, let's examine. You see the problem we have here? It's thin and then it becomes a little bit thicker. But that's not much of an issue. This is an issue. And the really huge issue here is you can see how thick this line is. You can see it's laying pretty good on the side of our side of the press F8, by the way, on the side of our pole, but it's just covering everything here. It's not really at the size that it should be. So this is what I meant by saying that this is a try and error. You're gonna undo that, okay? 2-step backwards, and what you want to do is you want to grab this face here, right click, choose this face only, and scale it down like so, okay? And then we're going to try this again. Grab this, right click, choose face, grab this face, and click extrude once again. The settings are already applied, or you can change them through here, so no problem. And let's examine this now. Okay, I'm gonna press F8 just so I can see there is sort of a bug with whenever you are still in edit mode. So now it's thinner and it's sitting really on top of it, but it's still not thin enough. So I'm gonna undo this and I'm gonna change the scale for that. Okay, so I make it even more smaller, like so. Press F8, let's grab this, right click on this face, choose this face, the wire is selected, the face is selected, edit mesh, extrude. Great. Now, the problem is that this one is not really attached to our pole. So, at least this is one thing that is a problem, but at least now we have this, which is somewhat a little bit bigger. It's still big to be a cord of our electricity pole. So I'm going to undo that, and Let's make it even smaller, like so. Whoa. Let's press F8. Let's grab the curve, right click face, edit mesh, extrude. Let's hope that now it's better. I'm more interested now on this thing here to see that it's really on the same thickness that we have here. You see, I could even do less thick, but if I press 3 and smooth preview this, it looks pretty good. Now, if you want to, you see it's not sitting correctly here, you can right click choose, you can, no, well, not right click, but choose this. You see I'm choosing the cable, but I'm also choosing the curve. So now I will control unselect the cable and it will turn into purple like this. You can right click choose control vertices and change to wireframe mode by pressing 4, and you can simply see those vertices and see while I'm pulling them there, they are just help me to modify this cable better. Okay, so you can switch here, and if it's a little bit too inserted there, you can bring it out, choose another dot, make it flow like it should. There is another dot here which makes things a little bit harder, but that's fine. There is another dot here, I can see it. Basically, this is how you make sure that everything is sitting or laying correctly. I press 5 just to see this better. Okay, and I press F8. Now, I want to wrap this part, but not before I'm going to tell you to fix these. Okay, so I'm going to grab from this point where it's starting to move to the right over there. I'm going to grab this and basically everything that is next to my pole. Okay, these, let's zoom in and see. I'm gonna press 4. Okay, these and those I don't want to move them. Okay, so control unselect those and move these, switch to move tool and move them closer to our pole. I'm gonna switch to 5 shade mode to see this better. See, I attached them and I still have issues here to fix. I don't know, some of them are just need their own tweaking, like you need to grab different ones and move them maybe closer. Now as for the ground, you can see they are not really laying on the ground, so you want to grab all these on the ground and start tweak them as well, so it will look a little bit more realistic and not floating. Okay, I'm gonna press F8 to bring it back to object mode, and here we go. We have our chord. It's going that way, and that's good. I'm gonna save this, and save scene has 10. And I will wish you a good day, nice day, happy day, and I hope that this tutorial, even though it was a little bit with a lot of information to hear, it will serve some better idea on how to work things out with this method. So anyway, we will continue this later on. This was just one example, and I do want to continue with adding more stuff to this scene. And if I will continue do this generator, I'll probably get I don't know, some fuse in my brain will be explode or something burn. So let's keep it that way for now and enjoy that we have this thing as it is right now. And later on we will continue with some other stuff and adding more objects to the scene. So again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and like the video, which is really important to like the video. And that's it. Have a good day. See you.